I am a wife and mom of 3 daughters, and as all parents can relate, being a parent means making sacrifices for your kids. One of the biggest sacrifices that I made was leaving a job that I love because I love my kids more. Due to commuting and a job change for my husband, our daughters were going to be in daycare 11 hours every day of the week. I saw no other option than to take a different job, which meant a substantial pay cut. And the job I took left me felt unfulfilled and lacking purpose. So I was looking for something else, something I could get passionate about, but also make a nice income, but also have time freedom. And I didn't know if that even existed. So during that time, I decided that I would just become more engaged with this opportunity. At that time, it was a side gig for me and allowed me to earn some extra income sharing a product that I love. It is something that has impacted my family's health in ways that I could not have imagined, and our family will never go without it. So once I decided to show up and get engaged, I actually started giving myself raises every month, which was something I hadn't had for 3 years at my day job. Soon after, I turned a side gig into my full-time career, and it has more than replaced my income, which I'm super proud of. I feel more in control of my family's schedule because I get to work around them, and I do not have to rely on others to help me with my kids nearly as much as I used to. I never get bored because no 2 days are the same, and that's very important to me. And I get to be creative as I want, which is exactly what I loved about the job that I had to leave. So this opportunity has solved a lot of problems that my own family struggled with: unhealthy lifestyle, both parents working away from home, the desire for more time, the desire for more income. And now I get to earn what I'm worth and help other families with these solutions. So that's what this is about tonight. What I've learned as an entrepreneur is that you need to do your homework before you decide to say yes to something like this, any new venture. And we found that there are 5 key areas that you need to evaluate in any business. You do not have to have all 5 to be successful, but the more you have, the better. So it's an opportunity that you should carefully consider. So we're going to talk about those 5 areas tonight. We're going to walk through the areas that cover the product or service, company, compensation, support, and timing. And as an entrepreneur, whether you say yes to the specific opportunity, you can use these 5 things if you're evaluating any opportunity. If you agree to that all these 5 things check out, maybe you'll find that it is a good fit for you. So I encourage you to keep an open mind. So I'm going to introduce you to my co-host, Jeanette Wilson, who's going to get us started on evaluating the 5 areas.
All right, thank you, Allison. So my name is Jeanette Wilson, and I do live in Olathe with my husband and 3 children. And I'm going to kind of weave in my story as we go tonight as far as how Juice Plus has impacted my family. So the first thing that you want to look at, of course, is the product and service offered. There are 4 things to consider regarding the product and the service. So first of all, is there a recognized need? Number 2, does the product, service, or service meet that need? And number 3, is it priced to sell? In other words, can it compete? And then number 4, is it priced to profit? So let's talk about our opportunity and how it addresses each of these 4 areas. So first, is there a recognized need? Yes, Americans average only 2.7 servings per day of fruits and vegetables combined, when we really need an upwards of 13 servings. Science tells us that 7 out of the top leading causes of death in the US are attributed to chronic diseases, and that if doctors would simply start prescribing fruits and vegetables more than pills, it could save more than $100 billion in healthcare costs. And this is what started catching my attention, because my husband had high blood pressure and horrible allergies. The doctor was wanting to put him on prescriptions. He was not wanting to go there. And we also had cancer and diabetes on both sides of our family. And so learning this, I realized that it gave us a lot of hope. So it was actually, and it's actually been reported that it's not necessarily what we're eating that's killing us, but more about what we aren't eating. It cited the #1 risk factor responsible for more illnesses and deaths around the world than any other is poor diet. And I just heard somebody say the other day that the one thing we struggle with the most is, as Americans, is eating fruits and vegetables. So clearly there is a need. Now I'm going to take a few minutes to show how our product meets these needs. We provide quick, simple, and sustainable solutions in a supportive community that enable people to increase their fruit and vegetable intake every single day. Clinical research done in countries all over the world with our product has shown it positively impacts the components of our health that help provide or help prevent many chronic illnesses and diseases. So this research was a big reason why we really opened up our eyes and took a look at this, because all the questions that we have or that we had were answered through this research. We all know we need more fruits and vegetables, but how often do we actually do it? That's why medical professionals all over the world recommend these solutions to families. Okay, let's now address the third thing to consider when evaluating a product or service. Is it priced to sell? We provide a way for people to get 30 to 50 plants in their body every single day for what some people pay for a cup of coffee. As it relates to the cost of 30 to 50 fruits and vegetables per day, that is an incredible value. And as an added bonus, kids can get it for free for up to 4 years. So when it's all said and done, my 3 kids will be able to, there's 2 of them right now that are taking it for free. And when we're done with sponsoring these 2, well, the third one will take it for free for the full 4 years as well. So that's incredible value there as well. And lastly, it is priced for profit. Yes, hundreds and hundreds of individuals around the world are earning a secondary income stream just by partnering with our company. Maybe you're at the point where you feel like what we have to offer is a solution that makes sense for you. Or maybe you're thinking of a few people in your life who could benefit. If what we've shared thus far makes sense to you, the next thing to evaluate is our company. So let's take a closer look at the company.
Okay, thank you, Jeanette. I love this company. It's an awesome company to work for. It is stable and lasting, which is something I've heard them say for the 14 years I've been involved, but I think it's more important now than ever. Stable and lasting is in our mission statement, and it's just those. Just think about those words and what that means. We want something that's going to be around forever. We've been in business for 50 years. Our original founder is still our president, and he's hilarious. We all love him. Our flagship product has remained the same for 26 years. We have a focused, narrow product line. 2020 was our biggest year, personally, my biggest year as well. And our growth is just continuing to increase. We are impacting over 500,000 kids through that children's health study Jeanette talked about. So we're impacting them throughout the world with better health and the opportunity to receive free nutrition, which is totally huge. We're in 20 countries around the world, and we are still expanding. We actively partner with the Boys and Girls Club, St. Jude Research Hospital. Both of those I volunteered for in the past, one in college and one at my first career. So I think it's very interesting that we're affiliated with them. Also, the Volunteers of America in the United States and other organizations throughout the world. These are only a few highlights that make our company unique, and they really stood out to me when I first took a look. It was just really aligned with my core values. So I know that if you connect with the person who invited you and want to learn more, that's definitely something you could dig deeper in. So we have covered the first 2 areas that are important when evaluating an opportunity, the product and the company. Let's take a look at the third area, the compensation structure. Can you talk to us about that, Jeanette?
Yes. Whenever I am looking at an opportunity like this, I want to be sure I can make a meaningful income with the ability to help others who want to do the same. There are 3 key questions to ask that relate to the different types of people who may be looking for an opportunity. First, can people generate income quickly? In our business, you can earn from the start, immediately earning 10% sales profit from you, your own orders and your customers' orders. You also can earn an additional 5% on your orders and those of your team members as a level 1 partner. Statistically, it takes 2 to 3 years on average for a brick and mortar business to make a profit. Startup costs are tremendous, are a tremendous influence on profit earning. On the flip side, it is possible with our business to generate a profit immediately. It requires only $52 to start, which is about $1 a week, and as extremely low overhead. So when I started looking at this business about 15 years ago, that was huge for me because we didn't have a large amount of money to invest in this business. So second, with part-time effort, can people develop a part-time income? So one of the things many people love about this business is they can earn more as they do more. It is possible for people to build a paycheck of $250 to $1,000 a month or more, depending on your level of desire. I would encourage you to take a look at our Juice Plus earnings summary to see how reasonable it is to earn a great income. And then third, is there an opportunity to make a full-time income for those who are serious and work hard? Absolutely. So I want to just tell you a little bit more about why I started looking at the business, why it made sense for me to look at it. And I was a stay-at-home mom at the time and was a fitness instructor as well, which I loved. But what I realized is that I could make a bigger impact on helping people to put more fruits and vegetables into their body. As I mentioned before, that was the one thing, I really feel like people can probably exercise on their own without me, right? Although, like I said, I still love doing that, but getting more fruits and vegetables in people's bodies, I knew was going to make a bigger impact. And so I naturally started sharing this with my friends because of what they were expressing to me about their health and also about their kids. And with the supplemental income, I have been blessed to be able to stay home with my kids from when I had my first. And it's been in different times in our lives, it has been fundamental. My husband works straight commission. So there's been a few times where my income with my Juice Plus income was very helpful. And just this last year was huge because my husband sells products for companies that put on huge conferences and conventions. So you can imagine how that was impacted this last year. But it was great to be able to have this Juice Plus income that we have. And like I said, it's been huge to be able to stay home with my kids and be able to be at all of their activities. But also just the updates we're able to do on our home. We love to have people over and entertain people, and just want to continue to be able to do that as well. And the vacations that I know would not happen without this extra income. So, so you can join to build a Juice Plus business of your own, part-time or full-time. You get to choose. Like anything else in your life, you get out of it what you put into it. And the more intentional you are with the time you have, and the more you learn, the more money that's possible to earn. So we've covered 3 key questions. First, can people generate an income quickly? Second, with part-time effort, can people develop a part-time income? And third, is there an opportunity to make a full-time income for those who are serious and work hard? This opportunity checked off all the boxes for me, and I invite you to consider if this opportunity checks the boxes for you.
Okay, I get to talk to you about support, which is really important because we are our own bosses. We do have to keep ourselves accountable. We don't have to go into an office every day and be there at a certain time. So this is the 4th thing to look at, and it's really important, the support that is available to us. So when I first got involved, I really wanted to be sure that there was support structure in place. This kind of business was different than what I'd ever done in the past. So I needed to be assisted in that. We are very busy. We are on the go a lot, and I was working full time when I started this. So I needed to be able to work as smart as possible, not as hard as possible. So I was really blown away, and always have been, by the amount of support we have, and it's all free, what's offered to us. So often, you see different businesses where they're competing with each other. That's not at all the culture that we have here. It's just not. So we like to help each other. We love to help each other, actually. And a few examples of the type of support that we get falls into two categories: company support and partner support. The company handles the processing, shipping, billing, and collecting. So we don't have to keep any kind of inventory. We don't have to collect money from our customers. We also get really amazing leadership training, both in person and virtual. And we have, I have to switch my slide here, a streamlined and simple digital platform to run your business virtually and efficiently. So we can really work on our phones if we need to. Digital resources are available for social media platforms. They put out some beautiful graphics and images that we can use in our social media stories and on our social media pages. And then the support within our organization, the leadership on our team is just, I mean, there's nothing like it. It's just perfect. So the last thing I want to talk about is timing. In my opinion, this is the perfect time to partner with a company like ours, the wellness industry. We are experiencing rapid growth and projected to continue to increase. As we mentioned, our company experienced our biggest year in 2020, and I know we're pacing for an even bigger year for 2021. So take a look at the health and wellness industry business right now. People are looking for simple and affordable solutions, and people are more aware of their health now more than ever. So side gigs are absolutely exploding. I had said earlier that this was a side gig for me in the beginning and became a full-time career for me. So it can be anything you want it to be. And this checked off the 5 boxes for me. It's inexpensive for the average person to get started. And while it's an opportunity for an individual to build an additional stream of income, it's also about serving others, helping people. We bring people up, and that's how we advance, is by helping others. So if you know me long, you know that part of my story in making this a career full-time and going to the top was making a decision. And decisions are very, very powerful. Successful people make decisions. They tell the world and then they figure it out, which is perfect because that's exactly my personality. I left my job to do this, and I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that I had the support to figure it out. My encouragement is to get back to the person who invited you to get your questions answered. And I do want to hear from a couple people I believe we have on the call tonight, just to tell us why they said yes and what excites them about this. So Karen, I don't see you. Can you unmute?
Yep, I'm here.
Karen Meserol from Sherryville, Kansas. Hi, my friend. I miss seeing you in person.
Yes.
So welcome, Karen. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and why you said yes to this business?
Yeah, definitely. I live on a working farm in rural Southeast Kansas with my husband and our 4 kids, ranging from ages 3 to 15. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 15 years, which I have loved every moment of it, but it definitely put a huge strain on us financially. There was always that sick feeling in your stomach about the budget. And when I learned about Juice Plus, it made so much sense because I knew we didn't eat enough fruits and vegetables, and our kids were sick all the time with all the common things. And so I actually decided to start sharing Juice Plus at the same time that we placed our orders. That way we could initially, offset that investment that we were making in our health.
Awesome, Karen. I just think that's so cool. I love the part you told us before about the book orders. Can you just share that? I think that's so powerful.
About the what?
The book orders, when the kids would bring the book orders home.
Oh, yeah. When at that point, the budget was beyond stretched when we learned about Juice Plus, and there wasn't even any extra money for like the Scholastic books. When they would bring home the little readers wanting the $1 and $2 books and things, like there wasn't any money for any extras, but yet Juice Plus made so much sense. I knew it was going to help our health, and I knew a ton of other people who also didn't eat enough fruits and vegetables. So it just made complete sense for us.
So you get the books now.
Oh yeah, we get the books now.
Awesome. Okay, so why are you excited about your future with this company?
Oh man, Allie, I am totally excited about the future because this has been the ultimate win-win for our family. Because as we were getting healthier, so was our family and friends, and my paycheck was growing. And first, it was covered all of our Juice Plus, but then it grew to cover groceries and household bills, and then extras like we were just talking about. So really what it is allowed is wiggle room back in our budget. And if you've ever not had wiggle room, you know what a stress relief it is to have it. And plus, there is absolutely nothing better than having people come back to you and thank you for sharing with them. This gift is really what it is. And it just warms my heart to know that I get to have such a impact on people with their health and also with their finances. And like you said before, as you help others with those things, it just continues to grow for yourself as well, and the impact that you can have on others.
Awesome. I love that. I love that you got to buy this minivan and all of that. There's so many things I wish we had more time to talk about. I do want to hear from a couple other ladies on the line tonight. Amy, I don't see you. I know you're here.
Hey,
Hi,
I'm
how
here,
are
I'm
you?
here.
Hi, Amy Ibarra from Jackson, Missouri. Can you give us a little bit of background on you, Amy?
Yes, so I am a mom to two girls who right now are going through the teenage years, so fun times in the Ibarra house. And I'm a wife to Carlos. We're small business owners, and is that my background?
That's your background. I
Okay.
guess that's your background. Good. Sounds good to me. Give us a quick statement about why you said yes to this business opportunity.
So initially, I said yes to it because I didn't understand how much we needed Juice Plus. I just really saw that price tag, and it just made sense to say yes to the business to get the best pricing, while we figured out how awesome it is and that we would have it forever.
Awesome. Why are you excited about your future with this business company?
So I am excited. I will say we just filed our taxes recently, which was not too long ago. And when my husband Carlos saw my income from Juice Plus, he was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because he sees how naturally we weave it into our life. And that's what I love about the business is that, we can still have our small businesses. I can work in it. I can show up with my kiddos and I can still create an income. And it really allows me to do something that I'm passionate about and pour into things that fill me up and give me a career outside of our marriage and our home. And then that income just surprises my husband more and more. So I love it.
That is a big deal when they get excited about it because then you have their full support. It's awesome. Okay, I think I have time for my friend Jennifer. Jennifer Lauk is on with us. She's from my town, Perryville, Missouri. Jennifer, what's your background?
Hi, Allie. So I am a wife to Matt for 11 years, and I have two kids. Camille is 9 and Stratton is 5, and we own a couple family businesses.
Awesome. You guys are busy business builders. I love it. We've worked together for a long time, so I love seeing your family businesses grow like that. What is a reason that you said yes to this business?
So Allison basically told me I kept sending her referrals, and she's like, "Why are you giving me all the money? Why don't you just do it yourself?" Which I told her no, even the first time she said that. But I finally said yes because I really just started to learn more, listening into Zoom calls and health stories. And I just felt like people needed a one simple change. They needed to know about Juice Plus.
And I love that you share it with everyone, Jennifer. I mean, you are very passionate about this for people. And I think that's interesting because you were one of the people who didn't have a major health story. You knew you needed it for prevention, and everybody needs it. So I love that. So why are you excited about the future in this business?
So the thing that excites me the most is truly helping other people. Like, I get excited, obviously, to hit my own goals, but nothing brings me more joy than for someone else on my team to hit goals. And I think it'll always be that way. I mean, it's not really about me. It's about helping other people. And God forbid, I mean, we have two family businesses, which have always been my husband's passion. Not that I don't love it. I mean, it's our family businesses, but home construction and flooring are not my passion. So when I finally had the opportunity to share my passion for health and nutrition, I felt like this was an awesome opportunity. And it's something that, call me selfish, I guess, that I built. You know, I was the mom that stayed at home all those nights and weekends while Matt did all the physical labor. And I feel like I finally have the opportunity to build something of my own. God forbid anything ever happens to him, but he pulls a lot of the weight of our other family businesses. So I feel like as entrepreneurs, you need multiple streams of income too.
Well said. That is awesome. I am so grateful that you girls are here with me. It's so cool. So I just wanted to let you know, if it resonates with you at all, to do this, let the person who invited you know that you're ready to take the next step. Just to go over again, the 4 things that we were looking for. Is there a recognized need? We covered that. Does the product or service meet the need? Obviously it does. We need fruits and vegetables, and that's what we get. Is it priced to sell? Absolutely. And can you make a profit with it? Yes. So I want you to get your questions answered if you have any. In addition to having a top-notch product, a stable and lasting company, and a competitive pay structure, I believe we have the best team you could possibly join. I'm just a little partial maybe, but our leadership team is continually adapts. We invest in major leadership that we can grow and serve each other and our community. And we also have some super fun incentives, like our beach retreat coming up in the fall, and so many other things that just, I do not dread Mondays. You know, I go to bed on Sunday looking forward to the week, and there's just so many things you can't put a price tag on. So if any of this, you know, piques your interest at all, or you've got any questions, please let the person you know that invited you know that you'd like some more information. I thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Emily. I see your kiddos waving. Bye, guys.
Ladies.
Good night.
Thanks, ladies.
Night.
Bye,
Thanks,
thank
Allison.
you.
Thank you.